and welcome back to the Revive Then Thrive podcast, your safe haven for emotional and relational healing. I'm Hallelujah Adams, licensed marriage and family therapist and certified EFT therapist for individuals, couples, and families. I'm so glad you're here. On today's episode, we're continuing our conversation on negative interactional patterns. Last episode, we talked about the pursue-withdraw cycle, or dance. And today, we're diving into another really common but really painful relationship dance, the criticize-defend cycle. This is one of those patterns that can leave both partners feeling stuck, hurt, and disconnected, even when they love each other deeply. But here's the good news. The cycle isn't the enemy. The cycle is the signal. It tells us there's a deeper emotional need trying to get met. And when we understand what's driving this pattern or dance, we can begin to shift from criticism into connection. Let's slow this down, get curious together, and explore how. The criticize-defend cycle is a classic pattern where one partner expresses frustration through criticism or urgent demands. Think things like, "You never help around here," or "Why do I always have to ask for everything?" And what does the other partner do? They shut down, they pull away, or they defend themselves. "That's not true," or "You're never happy no matter what I do." Sound familiar? What's really happening here is a cycle of emotional protest and protection. One partner is protesting disconnection. The other is trying to protect themselves from feeling like a failure or from being overwhelmed. Through the lens of emotionally focused therapy, or EFT, we know that attachment needs are at the core of most relational struggles. We talked about this in our first episode on co-regulation and affective dependence. The person who criticizes is often feeling unheard, unseen, or abandoned. But instead of saying, "I'm hurting," they say, "You never." The one who withdraws is often feeling like they're not good enough, like they're always doing it wrong. So of course they shut down to cope. Both people are hurting. Both people are longing to feel safe and connected. They just don't know how to say it in a way that brings them closer. Here are a few reflective questions to help you identify if this cycle shows up in your life. When I feel alone, hurt, or frustrated, do I raise my voice or become demanding? When I feel criticized or overwhelmed, do I go quiet, retreat, or shut down? How do I want my partner to respond to me in those moments? What would help me feel safer? This cycle is not a sign your relationship is broken. It's a sign you're emotionally attached and something is feeling threatening to that bond. So how do we shift? How do we take a new step in the dance? We slow it down. We tune in. We speak from our softer, more vulnerable self. Instead of saying, "You never make time for me," try, "I miss you, and I'm afraid I don't matter to you like I used to." That small shift opens the door to a different kind of conversation. And if you're the one who tends to shut down, try saying, "It's hard for me to take in your pain because I feel like I'm failing, but I want to be here with you. I just need a second to breathe." Remember, underneath the demand is a desire. Underneath the criticism is a cry for closeness. And beneath the silence is a scared heart trying desperately not to make things worse. When we learn to recognize and name these deeper needs, we change this dance. We move from reactivity to responsiveness, from blame to bonding. If you'd like help slowing this down, here's an example of reflections and conversation starters you can find on the companion worksheet on the Revive Then Thrive website. What am I usually trying to say or ask for when I criticize or demand? What might it sound like if I said it more vulnerably? Remember, you're not alone in this pattern or dance. Healing is possible, and it begins with seeing your partner and loved ones and yourself with softer eyes. Thank you for joining me today. If this episode resonated with you, I invite you to check out the companion worksheet mentioned previously. It's a helpful tool for reflecting deeper and beginning real change. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe, leave a review, or share this with someone you care about. Until next time, I'm hugging your heart. Continue to be kind to yourself and be patient with your process. You're doing sacred, brave work toward relational growth and intergenerational healing. And that matters. See you next time.